नो भवत्वर्यमा शं न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शं नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि कृतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ओम शांति शांति शांति। Namaskaram to all, both Indian, Europe, America who are there. Okay, let us start our first lesson today. Anybody is translating into Spanish or shall I speak a little bit slow? Sahana, what do you say? Is there anybody to translate into Spanish or shall I speak in a very what is that, slow manner?
For me, it's okay in English. I don't know if another person needs.
What about you, Daniela? Daniela is no problem. Okay, I will try to speak as slow as possible. Okay, I will try. Okay, so from today onwards, we are going to start our first session. Last time, we introduced ourselves to each other, and I try to understand how far you learned astrology and how I have to plan my classes. Today is the first class, first lesson on spiritual astrology. So last time also I explained to you, Master E.K., when he visited Europe, the Germany or France or Switzerland, he has given so many very good lectures on astrology. Astrology and the law of correspondences is the one lecture. The purpose of astrology is the second lecture. The concept of astrology is the third lecture. Zodiacal meditations and it is the fourth lecture. And finally, in 81, 82, 83, if I am right, he has given continuous lectures on astrology and spiritual astrology. They are the very advanced lectures on spiritual astrology. It means he did not try to explain about his book, Spiritual Astrology. Don't understand like that. The lectures, what he has given, the 3 years, continuous lectures, he has given the lectures in a different way, apart from his spiritual astrology book. If somebody wanted to understand spiritual astrology book in a very systematic way, they have to understand these lectures. There are four or five lectures. Altogether comes to almost 300 pages of lectures are there. I am going to publish that book very shortly. Almost we came to the final stage, and we are bringing all his spiritual astrology lectures into one book. And you will get that book very shortly within 2 or 3 months. I worked on that book for almost 2 or 3 years, and I am in the final state, and everything is set, and we have to print that book. So what I wanted to propose to your group, not to my Indian group. My Indian group is almost 250 members are there in my Indian spiritual astrology group. So a lot of, it's a big group. That's why I am planning in a different way. And I am planning in a different way to your group, because it's a small group, and I am sure that you learned a lot of things from Master Kumar Garu, and I hope you also studied spiritual astrology book or whatever it may be. So I did not go much more down to explain to you. So I wanted to have a separate plan. The plan is already I have sent you the lessons on spiritual astrology, basics of spiritual astrology. I am not bringing the spiritual astrology book into the picture. You please remember that. In the name of spiritual astrology, Master has given so many lectures. I am not bringing the spiritual astrology book here, but that is the final target. That is like a liberation, attainment. I understand. To go to the state of attainment, you have to learn a lot of things, right? So what I wanted to propose, what I wanted to plan, and from day of tomorrow onwards, I will send you 3 or 4 or 5 lessons on basics of spiritual astrology. Already I have sent the script for many days in our site. In the few days in spiritual astrology site, then I separated EK spiritual astrology only to the European group. So what I wanted to do is I will try to explain that lecture in 4 or 5 lectures, and then already you cross so 20% of the spiritual astrology syllabus. It is sure, because Master explains in such a very beautiful way. I will try to put it as simple as possible. Then I will go to the purpose of astrology, and then I go to the concept of astrology. Then I will go to the zodiac and meditations. Then finally I go to the spiritual astrology lecture of Master EK. Then that is almost one step before to the final spiritual astrology book. This is the syllabus what I wanted to propose to all of you. And I will send you the lessons in the script every day, 2 or 3 paragraphs from day of tomorrow onwards. After 3 days of giving those script to you, immediately I will try to explain to you in recording. You will not have any doubts. That's it. Again, after I will give you the script for 3 days. You read and try to understand. Even otherwise, no problem. Again, after 3 days, that means every week I will give you 2 lectures, 2 video lectures, 30 or 20 minutes each. Whatever you read for 3 days, you will get the answers and explanations about that. Whenever there is a need, I will go to the basics also to make you understand what Master has written. And don't worry about that. Suppose Master is dealing with a little bit deeper subject, for example. Then to make you understand the deeper level of that subject, what I will do, I will go to the basics a little bit to make you understand what Master said in that lecture. So we will let us go like that. By the time it is a little bit longer procedure, because we are heading towards the attainment in the spiritual astrology. You understand it first. So by the time we reach the spiritual astrology book, then you will be in the heavens, I am sure. And you feel like you will feel like Jupiter is your friend, and Uranus is your friend, and Neptune is your friend, and Pluto is your uncle, and Sun is your father or grandfather. You understand? Then definitely you will come to that state. Then you will try to forget about the planets in your horoscope, and then you will try to call the planets from the heavens. Oh, my dear Jupiter, how are you? And how are you? How are the things are going on? Why you are doing all these things for the humanity? And you should be a little bit courteous and friendly. And you will change your language to communicate with the planets. And I'm not joking to you. There is a great man called U.G. Krishnamurti. And maybe Master Kumar Garu, many times, I don't know whether he mentioned about him or not. All of me and Kumar Garu, and we know him very well, U.G. Krishnamurti. He is the next generation of G.T. Krishnamurti. If you know about G.T. Krishnamurti, and then you will understand who is U.G. Krishnamurti. More rebel than G.T. Krishnamurti. He has given one statement to me when we both were discussing in Switzerland, in Stade, a beautiful place in Switzerland, the Gstaad. He told me one thing, Razu, and when planets are able to influence us, you understand the statement very well. When planets are able to influence us, means we can also influence the planets. It's a beautiful statement. When the planets are able to influence you and me, the humans, then humans also can influence the planets. This is exactly what Master CVB did in his life, in his yoga path. Then this is the another dimension of Master CVB yoga. He tried to rectify and change the angles of the Saturn and other planets to change the direction of the angles and the light coming to the humans from those planets. Especially he worked with the planet Saturn because Saturn is the planet of karma. If somebody in our horoscope wanted to know about his karma through his horoscope, he has to see his Saturn where he was placed in the horoscope, in our horoscope, in which sign he is there, in which house he is there, and what are the aspects of the other planets to the Saturn. If you go through all these things, then we can understand our karmic things in our life. The planet is Uranus, Saturn is called the planet of karma. Master CVV with his yoga, he promised whoever does the prayer of this prayer, you believe it, make it sure you will be free of karma of many, many, many births. He is the only master who told like that. You just do the prayer morning and evening, 6 o'clock, morning and evening. Just Astar Master CVV Namaskaram and leave it to me, and it is sure that you will be free from your previous many births of previous bad karma. The meaning is what Yuji said. When they are able to influence us, the planets, we can also influence the planets. When we come to the stage of the real spiritual astrology, then we will not be afraid of any past karma. And then there is one sentence in the English sentence, you will be the creator of your own destiny. It looks very nice, but it is not so easy. It looks very nice and sweet, but it is not so easy because a lot of karma will be there and we have to go through that and we have to pass through that and we have to face the problems in the life and a lot of things are there. So when you are learning astrology in a systematic way, with the background of the spiritual astrology, then you will try to understand how to plan your life in all walks of life. Not only, don't be misunderstand that life means only the spiritual life. Family life is there, mundane life is there, and professional life is there, business life is there. A lot of things are there. We are the part of the humanity and we are the part of the society. We have to deal with all these things. Don't think all the things are spiritual. So this is the purpose of the astrology, and I will try to explain to you with this background only. Okay. First thing is, last time also I told you, whenever I am explaining to you about any sign or any planet or any house, immediately please don't try to look into your horoscope and find out whether it is there or not. It is not so easy. You just please don't do that. And then you will lose your interest. You understand? In one sign, suppose I am going to the subject now. When the earth go around the sun, it takes 1 year time. That is 12 months. That is 360 degrees. 360 degrees by 12 signs is equal to 30 degrees is each sign. It is so simple. When the earth takes 12 months of time to go around the sun. The path is called ecliptic or the zodiac, whatever it may be. Every month it is a sign. What is the meaning of the symbols? How the symbols has come into the picture? Because it is only imaginary. When the earth go around the sun, the cycle is imaginary. If you want to look at any sign, there should be something there in the sky to look at that. What the ancient scientists, what they did, they found some stars, the cluster of stars, constellations, a group of constellations, group of stars, it's called constellation. And then they find out, oh, this group is opposite to the Aries. So the stars are look like the horn of the ram, like that. If they go to the Libra, for example, and then when they go to Libra, what they did, they found the constellation with like a scale. That's how they wanted to find out that particular sign. They made some arrangement, that's it. So sun will be there in every sign for 1 month. So how many people born on this earth in the 1 month? Thousands? At least thousands. So all the 1,000 people or 10,000 people who are Aries or Taurus or Libra or Gemini, whatever it may be, all their qualities like the same? Not at all. So when I explain something to you about the Aries or Libra or Gemini or Cancer or Sagittarius, by any chance, if you are born in that sign, when I explain to you something, why some things are there in this explanation or some things are not, maybe the science is wrong. Don't try to understand like that. It is a basic understanding of the sign. There are a lot of things, lot of thousands of, if you understand yourself, you have to work out thousands of combinations, not hundreds. Understand? Not hundreds. Spiritual astrology is very easy than predictive astrology. Remember that. Yes, I am telling you. Spiritual astrology is very, very easy. Easier than predictive astrology. Predictive astrology is very, very, very difficult. You first remember that. That's why we are not going to that part now. I will now and then I will try to tell you some tips to understand your horoscope from the spiritual point of view, and sometimes also I will explain to you to understand yourself, where you are comfortable, where you are not. You can also understand like that. Don't think I am simply going to the spiritual astrology. I will mix both things. But what I am telling to you is, in each sign, in the entire humanity, thousands and thousands and lakhs of people will be born. All are not. They don't have the same characteristics in their horoscopes. Second thing, what is the moon? There are 3 important points in the horoscope. Remember that. First is the ascendant. What is ascendant? What is the ascendant? I will explain to you. First is sun sign. What is sun sign? Where your sun is there, in which sign your sun is there, it is called the sun sign. Suppose March 21st to April 21st, somebody born in that, according to the Western astrology, not Indian astrology, the sun will be in the Aries. Suppose somebody born between September 21st and October 21st, they are the Librans, means that their sun is in Libra. Like that. You understand? Suppose somebody born between November 22nd and December 21st, their sun will be in Sagittarius. Right? So we can go to that. You see, it is called the sun sign. Remember, it is not sign, it is called the sun sign. The next sign, the most important thing in the horoscope is the moon sign. Because sun is the consciousness, I am, and the moon is the mind. Reflection principle. That is a very, very important thing in the moon sign. In Indian astrology, all the Indians, without exception, they give 100% importance to the moon, not to the sun. Remember that. Why moon? We are the mind beings. We are living with the mind. We are not living with the I am. We are living with the mind. We are living with the intellect. We are living with the emotions. We are living with the families. We are living with the affections. We are living with the parents and children. All these things related to just moon. You understand? That's why in the Indian astrology, the sign means moon sign, where their moon is. It is called nakshatra, right? This is called nakshatra. In Indian astrology, the most important point is in which nakshatra you are born. That's the important thing. So you don't worry about that. So we are believing that we are above the mind. we are believing that we are above the mind. We are living with the consciousness. We are living with the I am, and we are living with the sun and in the sun. That's why the Western astrology, they give the importance to the sun. Indian astrology, they give importance to the moon sign. Then the most important part is the ascendant. What is the ascendant? How the moon sign forms, you know? The moon takes 27 to 28 days to go around the earth. This circle is called, they divided the circle into 28 parts. Again, when they did the 28 parts, to locate that particular part, again they found some constellations with certain forms, certain frames, certain forms, and they gave that name to this nakshatra, this constellation. That's how 28 constellations are there. It is a very, very, very big science. Master Kumar Gar also, he wrote one book on 27 or 28 constellations, nakshatras. And I hope all of you read that book. Otherwise, you please read that book and find out your constellation from the Indian astrology, not from the Western astrology chart. If you want to know your constellation, just send your date of birth and time and whatever it may be. Because you are very, I will not give this offer to my Indian group. They are 250. I cannot make all their horoscopes, and it is a big job for me. It is a small group. If you want to know your constellation, or you can take some Indian what is that software, and you will find your nakshatra star. Okay. Even don't think that you will have all the qualities of that star. There is no guarantee. Lot of things are there, right? What is the ascendant? This is the most important part. The moon will be there in sign for 2.5 days. For sun to go from one sign to another sign, it will take 1 month, 30 days. For the moon, 30 days, it will go around the entire 12 signs. That is the difference between the moon and the sun. Sun takes 1 month time to cross one sign. Moon, it will take 2.5 days time approximately to cross one sign. That means in 30 days, he will make a total cycle of 12 signs. You go through the 12 signs in 1 month time, the 28 days in between. So for every 2.5 days on the earth, how many people will born in the same nakshatra? Again, thousands or lakhs or millions. We don't know. So don't bother about the predictions of monthly predictions or weekly predictions or daily predictions. They don't have any other work. They will get some money. That's why they throw all this thing on the papers and the TVs and magazines. And who care for that? We can care for monthly predictions a little bit if you know our horoscope. So don't believe in all those daily predictions and weekly predictions. Don't believe that, because in that particular sign, in that particular constellation, millions and millions of people are there. Even in our family, father and son both are born with the same sign. Do you expect the same results in your horoscope? It is a pure common sense. So in our group, I am telling you very clearly, don't depend on any forecast of weekly forecast or monthly forecast. We can care a little bit about monthly forecast because month is a little bit bigger. Ascendant is the main thing in our horoscope. Why ascendant is the main thing? Earth goes around itself in 24 hours, right? Earth has, Master K said a beautiful thing. So far, any scientist did not aware of this fact. You know what he said, Master A.K.? We know 2 or 3 rotations of the earth. That's it. Master A.K. said, earth is having 7 types of different rotations, movements, like the dance movement. Master A.K. said, his wisdom is no parallel. So we know one movement, earth go around itself. That is number 1. It goes around the sun, number 2. That's it. Or South Pole or North Pole, a small tilt about the December to what is that June 21st and June 21st to December 21st. We know only 2 or 3. That's it. Other 4, Master E.K., when I was explaining to all of us when we are so young by the time 21, 20 years old, we are all used to act like that. How the earth go like it, this tilt, like that. He showed us in the dance postures like that, the 7 types of different tilts of the movements of the earth. Okay, you live like you leave it like that. We are not interested in it. It will take long time for us to find out what about the other rotations of the earth. Okay, so when earth goes around it 24 hours, 24 hours by 12 signs. That means each sign comes to 2 hours. In that particular 2 hours, not exactly 2 hours, it is between 145 minutes and 2 hours, something like that. Depends upon the latitude and the longitude, all these things, the astronomical calculations. We need not go there. It is between 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours, like that. It varies from place to place. And then for every 2 hours, one sign will be changing. For example, I will give you a small example. Suppose take March 21st. From March 21st to April 28th, 1 month, sun will be in Aries. It's a simple example. I am giving a simple example. If you understand, it is okay. If you cannot understand, leave it. Don't be confused. I will explain afterwards. Okay. I am taking you the simple calculation method. You can also do it. But Europe and America, to calculate the charts is very difficult. India is very nice because all the time, the entire year, we will have the sunrise between 5:30 and 6:30 throughout the year. No time zones and no long nights and long days. We don't have such problems. We are very fortunate. We feel that we are blessed because we see sun every day between 5:30 and 6:30. We are very fortunate. And we can go to sleep by 8:30 or 9 because sunset will be between 5:30 and 6:30. To calculate the Indian charts is very easy. To calculate the European and American charts is very difficult. So we cannot take it as it is to the European and American longitudes and latitudes. But I will give you the simple thing. When the sun is in the Aries, March 21st to April 21st, somebody born between 6 and 8, it is approximate, I'm telling you, 6 and 7:30. The ascendant must be at the sunrise time. If anybody is born at sunrise time, if you know the sun sign, sunrise time, their ascendant must be that sign. It is simple. In India, it is very simple. In your countries, it is a little bit, you have to calculate. You cannot take exactly like what I am telling you. It is example. After 1.5 or 2 hours, ascendant changes. What we do, in India, in the morning, when we get up from the bed and after finishing prayer and other thing, we will draw a chart without any ascendants. We draw a chart, that day particular chart. And then somebody comes to us for any consultation. Chart will be there. And we will look at our watch. It is 12:30. Okay, sun should be in the 10th house because 10th house means in the noon. Somebody comes by 12:30 or 1 o'clock, something like that. Oh, okay, fine. 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 20 to 12 to 10 to 12, 12 to 2. So he has come with the fourth this thing. So today sun is in the Libra. So 1 Libra, 2 Scorpio, 3rd Sagittarius, 4th Capricorn. His sign, his ascendant should be the Capricorn. We need not calculate. You understand? But you cannot do it. You cannot do it in Spain, or in Switzerland, or in America. You have to calculate. To calculate is very easy. You learn software, but we do it like that. So this is the ascendant. We have to find our ascendant. Why ascendant is very important, you know. In every sign, in sun sign, 30 days time is there. In 30 days, so many people come to the earth. In the moon sign, moon takes 2.5 days to travel from one side to another side. In the 2.5 days time, you find so many people who come to the earth, who are born, right? When come to the ascendant, each sign is 30 degrees, right? 30 degrees by 2 hours. So each degree comes to 4 minutes. So even in that particular ascendant also, there is less possibility to people to born in that particular 2 hours. In the 1 month time, so many people will born. In 2.5 days, also there is a possibility of too many people take birth. In 2 hours, compared to the 2 hours, it will be very low. Yes. Then somebody was born in India. Our India, for example, now it is 7 o'clock here, for example. Your 7 o'clock there, I am telling you, in America, or your 3 o'clock there in Spain, for example. So what is the time you have to take? You have to take your own time in your country. So your longitude is there, your latitude is there. Or even the 30 degrees, every 4 minutes, 1 degree changes. You understand? So in that particular degree, in 4 minutes, how many people will born? So that is exactly what you are. Not your moon sign, not your sun sign. We want, if you want to know about ourselves, exactly, that means that is your ascendant. Because in that particular degree of 30 degree, out of 30 degrees, in which degree you are born, that is your ascendant. Maybe one may born on the entire earth, 2 may born, or 3 may born, the different families, different cultures, different religions, different beliefs, different families. You see how many things are there. So ascendant is what you exactly. So now we have to turn the table. We started with the sun, then we came to the moon, then we came to the ascendant. Then what we have to do now? We have to start with the ascendant, because that is we exactly. And we go to the moon, extended family. Moon is extended family. And we go to the sun, solar family. Finish. Ascendant is individually as we are, that is ascendant. Moon, your family, your father, your mother and children, and your finances, or your ideals and ideas and thoughts and affections and love and this and that and that, all these things is moon. When you extend your family to the solar family, that is sun. This is the way we have to go to the spiritual astrology from your horoscope. Then can we change our ascendants now? After learning the astrology, can we make any changes? You cannot change anything. If at all, if you want to change anything, what is my saying all the time? You cannot change anybody on this earth. You cannot change the planets. You cannot change the nature. Wife cannot change the husband. Husband cannot change the wife. Parents cannot change the children. People cannot change the leaders. Leaders cannot change the people. You cannot change the COVID. You cannot stop the earthquakes. You cannot stop the wars, even though you do the meditations. Nobody can stop anything, because that is not in our hands. It is a group karma. You understand? So what is there in our hands? Only one thing is there in your hands. If at all, if you want to change anybody, there is only one possibility. Change yourself. That's it. Change yourself. Don't try to change others. We will be totally disappointed. Understand? Don't try to teach others. Don't try to change others. Don't try to fight with others. Don't try to do anything. If you try to do in this way, and we will be disappointed. But what for the teaching? Because we know the teaching and we feel happy when we teach. And some people, they like it, they listen to it. Even then, they have to change themselves. We cannot wash them with the washing powder. You understand? So you have to understand your ascendant first. That is very, very important. Then there are so many divisions in the ascendant. I am not going into that. Again, we make these every sign into 3 parts, 9 parts, 12 parts, and 30 parts. 30 parts means every degree we change the sign into 30 parts. Masike said, you know what he said? You can make 360 charts, he said. Masike said, you can make 360 horoscopes of our own horoscope. How you will give the predictions? By the time we learn that, we will become mad, end up in the mental hospitals. So the science is like a very big ocean. Let us take a small boat and make a safe journey into the ocean and reach the other part of the ocean. Okay. So 3 important parts I explained to you today. Ascendant, moon and sun. Ascendant sign is one sign. Moon sign may be some other sign. And sun sign may be some other sign. If 3 are one sign, how it will be? The most confusing. Why? Because sun and moon are there in the one sign. What happens? There's a new moon. Sun and moon are in the same sign. Don't think, oh, my moon and sun are they are very good friends. They both are in the same house, like my father and mother, my darling father and mother, they are both in the same house. Don't think like that. And sun and moon are in the same sign. That is not the full moon. That is the new moon. There is no light. It is not bad. It is very good for the spiritual practices, not for success in the objective world. Subjective world is the new moon and objective world is the full moon. Remember one thing, when you wanted to expand your business, or you wanted to try for something else, or you wanted to learn something, you wanted to show something to the world, you wanted to expand something in your life, always try to start towards the full moon, not towards the new moon. Remember that. Understand what I am telling? You wanted to expand anything in the objective world, try to start before the full moon. Because it will go like this, like this, like this. And if you wanted to grow spiritually, reading some book, understanding some book, starting some new meditation, taking some mantra, or practicing a deep meditation, all these things you try to do before the new moon. Then you will go deeper and deeper into yourself. If you become outside, take the new moon. If you go inside, take the new moon. Master Ike has given one beautiful practice, the chanting of Om. I am giving you one of the most sacred, secret trainings of chanting Om. I don't know whether you heard about it before or not. I am telling you now. Master Ike has given one secret and sacred chanting of Om relating to new moon and full moon. Full moon is the 16 phases are there, or 16 phases of moon is there. when you are heading towards the new moon, for example, today the new moon, for example. I am giving the example. Tomorrow I have to chant Om because there is no moon, you see. The new moon, I will start with the new moon. It's easy for me. When you chant the Om on the new moon, take a deep breath. I did not open my lips. Tomorrow, first phase of the moon. Just Om, just open the lips. Second day, a little bit. Take a deep breath. If you go to the 8th phase, take a deep breath. Half outside, half inside. If you go to the full moon, finish. This is how to align ourselves with the moon phases, with the moon. Next, on the full moon, again, slow down, and slow down, and slow down. When you come to the new moon, totally close the mouth. This is the practice what Master VK has given to all of us when we were learning astrology. He has given a lot of variations of chanting Om for different purpose. Some of these things you will find in Master VK's lectures in English, Europe lectures. When you want to heal somebody, how to chant Om? When you want to heal yourself, how to chant Om? When you want to send the vibrations to the space, then how to chant Om? Like this, Master Ike has given a lot of practices only with the Om, not apart from other mantras. Okay, leave it like that. So one day will come, all of us, we will go to align ourselves with the ascendant, mainly with the moon, because you have to overcome the moon, and then how to enter into the solar consciousness and initiation, human and solar. Initiation is from the human level to the solar level. That is our target, right? That is the sun. Okay. So if we look into our horoscope, I will explain to it now and then I will close it. Otherwise, it will become heavy in your mind. When you are listening to me lecture and you feel like, oh, it is so simple and so nice. And once the lecture is over, when you look back, it will become heavy burden on your mind. Okay. So when we look into the horoscopes, first we look at the ascendant and moon and the sun, right? And then if there is a big smile on the astrologer's face, means Master Ike says, smile, inner, Master Ike uses a beautiful word, inner smile. Now, how to get the inner smile? Outer smile, at least we can pretend, like the movie actors. Inner smile, we cannot pretend. Master Ike says, somebody wanted to go deep into the meditation to practice the inner smile. There is no technique for it. Unless we are very happy, unless we are not so complicated with our mind, and with a lot of problems in the world, there are financial problems and family problems and job problems and health problems, all the problems around us, how we can have inner smile? Even then somebody smiles, then that is the gateway into the heavens or into the higher worlds. So when astrologer look at our horoscope, and if he smiles, that means if he is a real astrologer, oh, my ascendant is very good. The angles between ascendant, moon and sun, at least they are nice. Very minimum guarantee. I am telling you, out of 12 planets, so take moon and sun out of 10 planets, all the 9 planets are very strong, but moon, ascendant and sun are not very strong. There is no guarantee for any happiness in our life. You understand? The first thing is in our life, if your health, if you find out about your health, unless the ascendant is very strong, there is no guarantee for a strong health. Unless the sun is very strong, there is no guarantee for the willpower. Unless the moon is very strong, there is no guarantee for a strong mind, strong reflection, comfort, happiness, good emotions, no wavering mind, no fluctuating mind, no mood swings. We need what? A strong moon. The moon is strong, ascendant is strong, and sun is very strong. Even though other planets are not strong, just don't worry. There is a minimum guarantee about it. How to understand ascendant is strong or not, moon is strong or not, sun is strong or not? It is very easy. It is not at all a difficult task. It is not a task. It is very easy. I will explain to you in my next lecture. Before that, I will give you the basics in my. You need some basics to understand that. Otherwise, you will be confused. It is like a philosophy lecture. You see, it is not a practical lecture. It is like a philosophy of astrology. It looks like very nice. Then come to the calculations. Then you will understand how difficult it is. But I will make it so simple to make you understand the complicated process. But remember, ascendant. Today I explained to you the ascendant, the moon, and the sun. From the next week, so I will. When we meet the next time, in meanwhile, we will meet after 1 or 2 months. Okay, and then by the time I will make all of you thorough with all the basics, all the 12 signs, region of the signs, planets, benefic planets, malefic planets, aspects between the planets, how to calculate the strength of the planet. That is the most important part in the astrology. How to find out about your strong planet, about your weak planet. That is very important. How to find out which planet is very strong in your horoscope, which planet is not so strong in your horoscope, what heavens are trying to tell you what to do in this life. That is the most important part of learning astrology. What heavens are trying to convey the message of the stars. There is a wonderful book, Message of the Stars by, I think, Max Hindell, I think. His name is, I did not recommend that book. It's a very, very big book. The Message of the Stars. He's a Rosicrucian. You know about Rosicrucians. I think all of you know about the Rosicrucians. There's a very advanced spiritual group. Max Hindell and so many great masters are there in the Rosicrucian group. He has written one beautiful book, Message of the Stars. This much of book. Very, very big book. So it's very beautiful book. I'm not recommending that because we are in the beginning. So what stars are going to give you the message? What message they are going to give to you for your guidance? That is the purpose of the astrology. I think you are comfortable with my language. I promise you to speak very slow, but I think it is a little bit faster. Because it goes with the flow. I will send you the recording. Okay. I will send you the recording. Then somewhere if you could not follow the flow, then you please listen to it once again. Somebody make it into your Spanish thing. It is much more better to try for it. Okay. And from day of tomorrow, I will send you every 2 or 3 days, one lesson. I will send you all the basics in a simple way. And I thought you are advanced group than my Indian group. Keeping in that mind, because all of you are used to attend to Master Kumar Garu's lectures for many years, and he touches all these things. I hope. And generally, he prefers to teach only spiritual astrology, not the other basic things. But it is enough. So that's why I will keep it in my mind, and I will try to explain to you in a simple way. Next time when we meet, you will be in a position to understand about yourself. What is your ruling? It is called the ruling planet. What is your ruling planet? When once you understand your ruling planet, then everything follows. And what follows, when once we know our ruling planet, we know our ray. That is very important. We know the deity which is guiding us and protecting us. Deity or angel, not angel is not the right translation. The Deva. Which Deva is guiding us without our knowledge. What is the mantra we have to follow? What are the things we have to completely take out from our life? What are the things we have to practice in our life? It is the only do and one don't. That is enough. Your life will be changed. One do and one don't. This is the way Master E.K. teaches all the time. And what the Master says, you do one thing. He says, a real Master, remember, I'm telling you one important thing. The real Master says only one sentence or only one word. He will not give lectures the way I am giving you the lectures. If you want to initiate us, he says, you just do that. That's it. That is the end of the story of this life. You just do that. You have to do that the entire life. Sometimes he says, you please don't do this. Finish. In that life, you should not attend or you should not even dreamt about it. It should not come into our dreams also. That is the real way to follow a great master. Remember that. To follow the master is not a small thing. All the lectures is all intellectual lectures or some stuff into the mind. But somebody wanted to transform themselves. 2 words are enough. They are called initiation. You understand? So if you understand your ruling planet and ruling sign and ruling planet, everything opens like a blossomed flower, like a lotus, like the lotus opens like this, opens from your heart and from your growth centers. I will take you there. Don't worry. With these teachings, I will take you there through our astrology classes, and it is a guarantee for me. And read the book Astrology for All. And this is a book. Actually, it is out of print. Okay. The book in 95, for the first time when I visited Austria for 40 days to give my classes there. And I have written this book in English as a textbook, but no copies are available now. And I have printed in 95. I am having the photocopy of this book. And if you promise me not to circulate this book to others, because a lot of things are there. In this book, I explained very simple about, I am just joking, you can circulate, I'm just joking. And in this book, I explained all the basics with a depth. Also, I explained about 27 constellations. And also explained about how to calculate a chart, horoscope. I also explained that. I explained about the 12 signs, the signs and the planets, about the planets, and 12 ascendants and the planets, and 27 constellations, how to calculate the chart. All these things I explained in just 150 pages or something like that. How many pages? 160 pages. I explained everything. I will try to send you the what is that Xerox photo copy of this book, and you can read. And after when I tell you, when I ask you, now you can open your horoscopes and take the book and read. Then only please start. Before that, if you start, you will be in the trouble. Because why trouble means you cannot understand why it is like that and why I'm like this and why he is written like this, but I am not looking like this and what is the difference? You will get a lot of confusion out of it. When once you know work out the different combinations, then you can read this book. You can read this book now, but don't compare this book with your chart now. I will tell you after 2 months. Now this is the right time for you to go take your chart and read this book and take the notes. I'm telling you, I'm guaranteeing you after 2 months classes, if you read your horoscope with the help of this book, you will understand about yourself at least 40%. I'm sure about it. Right? Did you understand what I'm telling? After 2 or 3 months, when I once asked you to read your horoscope with the help of this book, you'll understand about yourself minimum 40%, it is sure. But you cannot give the predictions. To give the predictions, we need a separate understanding, separate calculations. And until I complete spiritual astrology, I don't want to go to the predictive astrology side. By the time you lose the interest in predictive astrology. Okay. Now, any doubts, you please unmute your phones and ask me any doubts.
No, I have no doubts. For me, it's okay.
Chris,
I understood.
I have a question. Hello, thank you for the class.
tell me.
About the nakshatras, I think it is not easy for know how is your nakshatra, because for degrees is not enough.
Yeah, can you repeat
I
once
think-
again? Can you repeat?
Because 1 year the nakshatra during one time and other year the nakshatra during other time. And how is the correct form for know your nakshatra of this?
No, you have to know about your birth star. That's it.
What?
You have to find out your nakshatra from the horoscope. You have to find out your nakshatra from your horoscope, and that is your nakshatra. That's it. Every 2.5 days nakshatra will change. Yes, you are not concerned about that.
¿Lo entiendes, Chris?
No.
Simplemente has de buscar cuál es tu nakshatra. Ahora ya lo sabes tú cuál es tu nakshatra.
Ya, pero no es tan fácil porque muchas veces nos pensábamos que era uno por grados, por ejemplo con el libro del maestro Ikei, del maestro, sí. Y luego el máster, por ejemplo, dijo otro nakshatra a ciertas personas. Entonces, parece ser que dependiendo del año cambia mucho. Eso es a lo que me
He's saying
refería.
that depending upon the year,
Claro.
you are one nakshatra or the other one, because master said something and master, I think it's the same, but it depends on the
Por
year.
grado.
Means that it changes the degrees. If you want to find out what is your nakshatra, it depends on the degrees. I think you have to rest 23 degrees from the sun, so something like this, no, Raju? I don't know.
No. Nakshatra is concerned with the moon, not with the sun.
No, but yeah, but for example, if in the solar chart, the moon is.
No. I will explain. So I told already in the beginning, when you want to know the nakshatra, you have to know from the Indian chart, not from the Western chart. Okay. Did you understand?
¿Has entendido, Chris?
Sí,
Yeah.
sí, sí.
You
Yes,
want
yes.
to know nakshatra, you have to calculate your horoscope in the Indian way. Right? Then only the predictions will come accurately. So you have to go to the Indian software and give your date of birth and everything, and automatically you will find in which nakshatra your moon is there. That is your nakshatra. So, Chris, you wanted to know about your nakshatra, which nakshatra you belong. You want that?
Yeah.
You want to
Yes,
know that?
yes. Yes,
Right?
yes.
You please send it. You please send your details to me. I will write to you.
Okay, okay.
Okay, it's not a
Thank you.
problem.
Okay, thank you.
Or if you want any, if you have any language problems, try to write to me in a simple English, or ask somebody to write to me in a simple English. I will explain to you. Right?
Raju, can you confirm also my nakshatra? I think I know what it is, but if you can confirm, I will be very grateful.
No, anybody, because yours is a very small group. I told you I cannot promise to my Indian group, but I
Okay.
promise your Western, your group, and it's a small group. Don't ask me the predictions, but I will tell you.
Just to know what's your what's your nakshatra? Just
No, I'm joking. If you have any problem, if you have any real problem, or if you want any real advice, I don't give any general predictions to anybody on this earth. Unless there is a real problem, unless I feel definitely they need some guidance in their life to go further. If I feel definitely I will look into their horoscope. General predictions I will not give. But if there is a real problem in anybody's horoscope, a real guidance you want, definitely you send it to me. I will take my time and I will write to you. So no problem at all. If anybody wanted to know about your nakshatra, you please provide me your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth. And you are born, if you are born in a village or something like that, give me the near town. If possible, latitude and longitude also. The big cities, there is no need. We will find in the software itself. Definitely within few days, I will write to you in which nakshatra you are born. And anyhow, I told you I am sending this book to you. Or otherwise, Master Kumar, the book is also there with you. About 27 constellations. Then you can read about yourself, about your constellation in which you are born, or nakshatra you are born. Okay? Okay, is it okay, Chris? Is it okay?
And other question, and I finish. For seeing etc. for other person, how we can know, for example, espera, one moment. I have one book, but Master
You
tell us
please
it's
tell
not
them in the
correct.
Spanish, they will translate, no problem.
Vale, espera. This book, Master give us this book, but it's not correct of all, I think. But
Nakshatra. It is
you
in
have
the
other similar
it is
book
in English or Spanish.
Sí, Chris.
okay.
That
Bueno,
book
dice
is
que
in
la
English or
traducamos.
Spanish.
No, because Master released this book, but there are some corrections that have to be made. So that's why Master said not to release it yet.
I will send my book to you, and you read
Vale,
this.
vale, vale.
It is very one page is there. Nakshatra. You can read in this. Okay.
Vale.
When the corrections are over, then Master Kumar Garu, he explained in a very beautiful way, in a detailed way about every nakshatra with the spiritual background also. You read from my book. It is one single page is there for every nakshatra. Once the book is released, you please read that also. It is very good, right? Okay. Julieta, is it? I am right?
Yes, but I have no questions. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, any Indian group?
Hi, Uncle. This is Rupa. Sorry, I could not switch on my video because I was driving and I was listening to your class today.
Okay.
So I have two questions. One is, what is the influence of the Earth on our chart or on
Influence of the
Earth, planet Earth?
Earth.
Yeah.
Earth is,
And
no, I understand. You need not ask. Earth is nothing but our ascendant. That's it.
oh, okay.
Earth is nothing but our ascendant. Matter. Earth, matter, ascendant, both three are one. Right? Next,
Okay.
the second one.
The second one is, so you mentioned about sun being I am and the moon being the material emotions world. So how do we?
No. Moon is nothing to do with the matter. Moon is the mind. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Tell me.
So how do we interpret, say, an eclipse? So could you elaborate?
Tell me.
How do you interpret an eclipse, uncle? Like when the phenomenon happens, how do you interpret that from an astrology standpoint?
Eclipses from the astrology point of view, I have to take some time, Rupa. This is
Okay.
not the time people will be confused.
Okay, uncle. Sure.
And that is nothing to do with, of course, eclipses are also very important, but not so important in spiritual astrology. Right?
Okay.
What next?
Can I ask you another question?
Okay.
Okay, so we also have comets and asteroids, right? So what influence do they have from an astrological standpoint?
Unless they hit the earth, we don't have any effect.
Okay.
You understand? So now I understood that you are following the latest journals and the manuals. Lot of stuff is coming into it. Don't worry about that. And
Okay.
asteroids, they will not influence. They will influence the environment. They will influence the earth. They hit some part of the earth. That is the end of the story of that particular continent or particular country or particular this thing. Nothing to do with astrology. It is something with the mundane astrology, but not exactly with the asteroids. Now people are getting a lot of picture. They are trying to explain every rubbish thing into combining with astrology. I read one article in one paper in the YouTube. They have 2 million of viewers. You cannot believe that. 2 million of viewers for the YouTube. You know what he spoke in that? This is small ants. This is a small ant. One fellow asked this astrologer, the ants, ant, a small insect. If some ant come into the house, what will happen? One damn fellow, a stupid, asked another stupid. Right? And the second stupid replied, the ants are coming from the east. They will bring you the wisdom. If the ants are coming from the north, they will bring the luck, wealth, goddess, mother goddess Lakshmi, all these things. By any chance, if they come from the northwest, you will get lot of bad luck. Like that, there are 8 directions, you see. Simply, he followed certain things. He explained in a very, very beautiful, sweet way. If the ants are coming from certain direction, it will give luck, bad luck, good luck, half bad luck, half good luck, wisdom, this and that. 2 million of viewers are there. You understand? So now people are, when the YouTube came into the existence and WhatsApp and Facebook, so many people are writing and writing, asteroids are coming and coming to the sign, this and that. Of course, there is a science behind it. Suppose if the asteroids are traveling in a particular direction, in a particular direction of certain country, for example, if that every country falls under some latitude and longitude, for example, it's all connected with the mundane astrology. For example, take it Switzerland. That is my favorite country. Switzerland is ruled by Virgo. In my horoscope, out of 12 planets, 6 are in Virgo. That's why whether I like it or not, I have to go to Switzerland first. You understand? Because Switzerland is ruled by Virgo. In my horoscope, my 10th house, house of karma, and 6 planets. The most important planets are in the Virgo. That's why my karmic links are with Virgo. Suppose take India. India is ruled by Capricorn. America is ruled by Gemini. Russia is ruled by Aquarius. France is ruled by Leo. Like that, depend upon the latitudes and longitudes, our ancestors, they found every country is ruled by certain sign. Forget about the planet. Depend upon longitudes and all those things. Some asteroid is coming towards that longitude and that towards that sign. In that particular sign, some planets will be there by that time, not in the birth chart. Suppose there are some malefic planets, like what are the malefic planets? The Pluto or Mars or Saturn, like that, or nodes, like that. If some angles of those planets are there on that particular sign, there is a possibility of destruction in that particular country or in that particular region. That it is the Munyan astrology. So astrology is traveling to that particular sign or to the longitude. There may be a danger to that country. We can have that type of calculations. But asteroids, what they will do, suddenly they change the direction without telling the scientists. I am going to change my direction. Sometimes it changes the direction. All of us, they come very near to the earth. Sometimes immediately they changes the direction. Very few times only they hit the earth. If they hit the earth, means it is very dangerous to the earth. So what the astrologers now that they are doing, they are trying to find out the direction of the asteroid, and they are trying to find out the longitude of the nations, and they are trying to find out then what they will do next. Who are born in that particular sign. Is all we can go like that, but they won't work. You remember that. Certain things work on the individual level, certain things work on the national level, certain things they work on the international level, certain things they work on the earth level. So it depends upon many things. So don't take asteroids into the consideration when you are going into the predictions. Okay, Rupa?
Okay, uncle. Thank you.
Okay. Over?
Yes.
Okay, over. Your quota is over. 3 questions. Who is next? Anybody from Indian groups? Or any group? Tesi maatladledu, Dattunada, Dattaledu.
Namaskaram, Guru garu. I was
Jeppamma.
just thinking, మీరు ఇలా mundane sorry, I was thinking that when you're speaking about mundane astrology and all, like, is astrology already set rules by our ancestors, or is there still some research can be done by us in terms of good astrology research?
Okay. Master E.K. told one thing very clearly. I will quote what he says. Generally, I quote what Master E.K. says every time. You know, Master E.K. says, any science coming out of the human mind will have its own limitations. Any science or any subject or anything come out of the human mind definitely will have its own limitations. There is nothing like perfection in the creation. The evolution goes on like that and like that and like that and like that. So many things come into the picture. Out of so many things, some are very good things, some are not so good. So it is the discrimination we have to develop in our sadhana to find out what are the things to be included in the modern, in the ancient science, what are the modern things are to be included, what are to be excluded. But in the evolution, it changes, it goes like that and like that and like that. But don't think every new thing is good, but at the same time, don't think every new thing is bad. In the same way, don't think all the old things are very good. At the same time, don't think all the old things are very bad. That is not the Aquarian pattern of thinking. So any new thing is coming, you have to understand from the base, from the platform, what we had from the ancestors. Ancient science, they're all scientists. They're not the magicians. Remember that. Most of the ancients they are the scientists, all the ancient rishis of India, all the sages, with all their beard and mustache, don't think they are just spiritual. They are the scientists. They developed a lot of science. We have to understand that from the original scripts. That's why all the time, why I refer Master E.K. means, he is well versed with all those things, with the Sanskrit and the Old Testaments and Egyptian mythologies and Greek mythologies. Indian scriptures, Vedas, Upanishads, and all these things. He the only person, as far as I know, in this world, knows everything. For that only he was born. In his teachings, in his lectures, you find the essence of all these things like Madame Blavatsky. He is after Madame Blavatsky and beyond Madame Blavatsky, I am telling you. If you read his lectures, you will understand that. That's why Master Jwalkul says in his book, Alice Bailey books, Lord Buddha says, whatever is there, whatever is appealing to your mind, just take it. Don't think it is from that book and from this book, from that book. Don't think you have to believe everything. And at the same time, don't think you should not believe everything. The two are very wrong. You understand? That is what Madhike says. Any modern research, if it is something is there to include into our old teachings, we have to include that. That is the purpose of the Aquarian teaching. That's it. Okay, Tejasvi, Tejasvi, you asked this question. He is a professor. He is a professor in quantum physics. He is a professor in the quantum physics. I asked him to solve the science statements given by Master E.K. on physics. If you read Master E.K.'s lectures in English Europe lectures, 50% of the lectures are filled with total physics. Those things are not, present scientists is not able to understand those statements given by Master E.K. This gentleman who asked, his youngster, who asked this question is Tejasvi, and he did his PhD in quantum physics in Ireland. And I asked him to solve these puzzles. Then he said, it will take a long time for the science to understand what Master E.K. said about the physics. Okay, that's why I'm telling to all of you, don't think all the new things are bad. Don't think all the new things are good. You elevate yourself to understand what is good and what is bad. That is called the discrimination. Right, Tejasvi? Am I clear?
Thank you, Gurudev. Thank you. Yes.
Are you satisfied? Because we are lay
Yes,
people,
perfect.
are not the scientists. I am not
I
a
did get
scientist.
the answer.
That's right. Okay.
I do understand.
Anybody is there? Otherwise, let us close the meeting.
Uncle, namaste. This is Krishna.
Who is that?
Konakanchi Krishna.
Evaru?
Konakanchi Krishna andi.
Krishna. Tell me, Krishna.
Namaste. Just a basic question. So, my nakshatra is last part of Ashwini. And because of that, in the science, in the Western astrology, the moon falls in the first degree of Taurus.
Already I told you very clearly, don't be confused with the Western and Eastern. If anybody wanted to know their nakshatra, go to the Panchangam, Indian Panchangam, Almanac, or go to the Indian software and you find your nakshatra. But softwares they follow the two types of calculations, Drik Siddhanta and Surya Siddhanta. If anybody by chance, unfortunately, I use the word unfortunately, if anybody unfortunately born in the junction of the 2 hours, there is difference of 2 hours between Drik Siddhanta and Surya Siddhanta. If anybody born in the junction, definitely
like
it is
me.
a confusion to which star they belongs. It is so simple. Read about the description of that particular star and fix to 1 star. That's it. Suppose I follow Drik Siddhanta in the Indian software. Somebody follows Surya Siddhanta. Then I will do one thing. I understand what you are going to ask. You need not explain to me.
Sure.
And you take a Western chart. You take the Western moon. Understand? In the Western moon, there is no problem of the position of equinoxes. There is no problem with it. It is perfect. Go to the Western chart, China system, Western chart. Take the moon degrees. Then go to some Indian software, find out Ainamsha. It is between 33 degrees to 24 degrees, something like that. So you have to detect those degrees of that particular day from the Western moon. Then you will get the Indian moon. You understand? take the INAMs or that particular year from Indian software and deduct those degrees from the Western moon, then you will get the Indian moon degrees. Then you will find out those degrees and find out your nakshatra and pada. It is so simple. Even then it is in between. Nobody helps.
Okay.
Nobody helps. Right? Is
Right.
it okay? Did you satisfy with my answer?
Raju, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, sorry. So yeah, I mean, in one way it falls in Aries for me, and in another way it falls in Taurus for me. And in Taurus it is exalted, and in Aries it is Aries moon. So for me it is always a confusion as to which one is mine.
I'm telling you for a side away, you are Aries moon, not Taurus moon.
Okay.
Finish. You need not calculate.
Thank you.
Okay? You are a perfect Aries moon, not Taurus moon. Taurus moon people features are different. Aries moon people features are different. Right? So you can take it 100%, not 99.9%.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Right, Krishna. Okay. Next. Shall we close? Okay. I will chant the mantra and close. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.